Chapter 8, contract procurement method. So under contract procurement method, kita akan touch, we're going to touch on the project delivery system. So project delivery system ni is how do we deliver the project. Okay, kita nak open tender, so kita nak open tender tu kita nak bagi dekat contractor tu macam mana. Okay, that is project delivery system lah. On project delivery system, students should be able to explain the several types of procurement method, what type that we going to cover nanti. Ada okay. Now, analyze each procurement method, the advantages and the disadvantages, and also analyze which method is suitable for the various type of project. So this one is dalam case study lah. Okay, lepas sudah tahu which one is the mana yang lagi advantage to the client ataupun to the contractor, then which is the most suitable. Okay. Okay, there are alternative project delivery system to bringing together a team for the design and construction of a project, such as we have a traditional contract. Okay, owner as a builder. Okay, owner as builder tu dia contohnya dia developer and dia ada team as untuk construction part lah. So owner and the builder. Okay, and then turnkey ataupun design and build. So contractor design and he also will build. Okay, bukanlah contractor tu design, maksudnya dia akan pilih dia punya consultant lah. Contractor yang akan decide who going to be the consultant. Okay, then we have professional construction management and also the program management. Okay, so first yang kita akan cover is traditional contract and also design and build. Okay, so traditional contract, there is separation of design and construction. So ada split lah, design. Okay, design will be done by the consultant. Okay, construction will be done by the contractor. Okay, so owner, the client, we hire the consultant. So let's start macam ni lah. The client, okay, hire consultant. Okay, so consultant ni dia yang akan design and prepare tender document according to the client requirement. So client tu nak buat building apa kan, nak bentuk macam mana, consultant, CNS, architect and also MAE. So they stick together and they're going to design. Okay, lepas dia dah design semua tu, and then barulah client akan decide nak open tender, and then dia akan carilah contractor. Okay, dah ada design, dah ada spec semua tu, then contractor akan bid for the tender. Okay, so this is the separation lah. Okay, consultant akan buat design, contractor akan buat construction. Okay, and then contractor responsible for the construction. Owner is responsible for the supervision of the construction work. Coordinate by the project manager, normally is the consultant on behalf of the employee. So kalau dalam kontrak JKR akan jadi SO lah, superintending officer. Okay, on behalf of the client. Okay, so yang ni is a traditional contract. Okay. Traditional contract. So client owner, so dia akan hire consultant lah. Consultant akan keluarkan design, spec. Sampailah owner setuju dengan dia punya design kan, ikut requirement of the owner. And then dia akan open tender. Kat sini open tender lah, owner akan open tender. Okay, so open tender to the contractor. So siapa yang boleh bid tender, bagi the price, okay, ikut the design and also the requirement, then the contractor will win the project kan. Okay, then contractor akan hire dia punya subcon, nominated subcontractor and also supplier. Okay, so this the three person ataupun party ni is under the main con. So main con kena monitor lah subcontractor, nominated and also supplier ni lah nominated subcontractor tu. Okay, so main contractor, subcon, nominated and supplier. Okay, so this is traditional. So untuk turnkey contract, there is no separation of design and construction, meaning that contractor akan control these two. Okay, so this is under the main con lah. Main con. So meaning that daripada client, so client, so this is the client. Okay, so client dia akan hire terus kepada main con. So dia beritahu main con dia nak buat projek apa, nak design macam mana, macam ni. And then main con akan cari dia punya consultant. Consultant ni kat bawah main con lah yang ni. Okay, so consultant is under the main contractor punya control. Okay, and then consultant kena provide the design, specification semua through the main con. Dan main con rasa okay, tak mahal sangat ke ataupun dia takkan rugi ke, something like that kan. Then baru dia propose to the client. So owner hire a contractor who undertake the entire responsibility of the project from design to construction and commission. Okay, owner employ one contractor for the design and construction of the project, and the contractor will employ engineer or architect to design lah. Okay, so yang untuk turnkey contract ataupun we call it as a design and build. Okay, so turnkey ataupun design and build lah. Okay, they design and they build. Okay, so client bagi kerja dekat client bagi requirement to the main con. Okay, so main con akan hire punya consultant, all the consultants, CNS, architect, M&E, pergi QS. Okay, so kalau ada subcontractor, nominated contractor and also supplier. Okay, so yang ni dia macam lagi senang to control sebab client akan deal terus dengan main contractor. Okay, any issue on the site, okay, main con yang akan control. So dia kena control consultant juga lah. Consultant is under the main con. So the issue, biasanya the issue kalau dalam ni is in the payment term lah. Okay, to be secure, okay, consultant punya payment should be directly daripada client. Client ataupun owner, dia kena bayar payment to the consultant directly to the consultant. Okay, this is because to ensure that the consultant can do their work. Okay, so bila consultant duduk kat main con, okay, kalau kita tengok flow chart, so maksudnya payment to the consultant is done by main con. Kalau payment biasanya owner akan bayar kat main con, so main con akan bayar dekat orang yang bawah lah kalau yang traditional ni. Okay, traditional payment owner bayar kat consultant. Okay, and then daripada consultant akan release to the main contractor and then subcontractor and the rest lah. Kalau by turnkey, okay, dia boleh buat macam tu. Okay, client bayar dekat main con, so main con akan bayar to consultant and subcon. Tapi dia akan jadi isu contohnya macam quality kan, macam kita nak approve quality. So consultant, you ada RE, engineer, architect, you ada resident architect lah. Okay, so ada you ada RE. So the function of RE, dia bagi approval. Okay, for work, do the check ataupun dia buat inspection kan. Okay, to make sure yang contractor punya kerja tu ikut spec, ikut drawing, ikut standard. Okay, tak ada tipu-tipu semua lah. Okay, tak tipu besi semua tu. Tapi bila kalau payment to the consultant is by main con, okay, so takkanlah dia nak silang contractor, contohnya macam takkan subcon tu nak takkan consultant RE tu nak stop work contractor. Dia dah nampak dah kerja tu salah, dia nak stop work. Okay, dia boleh buat tapi Mencom boleh kata I bayar you payment kan, so you dengarlah cakap I lah. So itulah. Okay, so untuk mengelakkan benda-benda tu, okay, to make sure that the project is according to the specification lah, ikut standard semua. Okay, so biasanya client akan bayar directly to the consultant. Yang ni untuk mengurangkan ketirisan lah. So consultant dia tak risaulah kalau dia nak bagi stop work order ke, dia nak suruh contractor hack balik semula ke. Okay, so that dia tak effect pun payment untuk dia. Okay, so dia dapat je payment dia sebab direct to the client. So bolehlah jaga quality of the project. Tak adalah dia takut-takut bank con kan. Okay, so that is the turnkey ataupun design and build. Okay, the comparison of the traditional contract and turnkey contract. So traditional contract, the owner has a greater control on the design and specification of the projects because of the traditional tu owner ataupun klien kan. So dia bagi terus dekat consultant, and then consultant akan hire contractor lah. Okay. So owner will be able to obtain competitive tender. So daripada sini, daripada sini during the tendering lah. So owner boleh select dia punya contractor. So dia boleh tengok apa tu history of the contractor project sebelum ni siap bila ada masalah ke tak kan. So lagi inilah lagi senang dia nak trace lah the contractor. Okay, compare dengan turnkey. So it save time as owner only deal with the person for the design and construction. So kalau macam ni, kalau macam traditional, client akan ataupun owner akan deal dengan consultant and also contractor. So dia kena deal with two person. Kalau turnkey, okay, so owner ataupun client, so deal dengan contractor terus. Okay, in normal cases lah, unless lah contractor tu ada masalah ke kan, then owner akan order dia dengan consultant. Okay, so it save time lah. When there are design and supervision problem, the contractor will be responsible. Okay, so any problem dekat site, owner akan cari contractor. Compare dengan traditional, any problem dekat site, so owner ataupun client akan carilah based problem tu based from who. Okay, kalau design dia kena check consultant. Kalau kerja dekat site ataupun problem dekat site, dia kena check contractor. Kalau design and build ataupun turnkey ni, tak kisahlah problem on design ataupun site, dia akan deal terus directly lah dengan contractor. Okay, so it reduce claim against owner in design fault. So contractor dia tak boleh claim ataupun dia tak boleh. Biasanya tak boleh claim balik lah dekat owner kalau ada perubahan design, okay, sebab dia yang kena control benda tu. Contoh kalau traditional, okay, kalau ada masalah kat design, so design by consultant kan. Okay, any problem on the design, so contractor akan stop work and dia tunggu design baru. So kalau dia lambat ke, dia tak ikut schedule ke, dia akan salahkan consultant balik lah. Okay, dia akan salahkan design tak approve lagi, tak dapat lagi. Kalau design and build, so dia kena kejar juga. Okay, semua dia punya contractor punya responsible. Okay, so the project may finish early. So how come it can finish early? Sebab dia deal dengan contractor. So contractor will decide everything. Dia tak perlu tunggu kat approval consultant lah kalau sebenarnya lah. Okay, sebab dia he is the responsible kan. So dia bolehlah push. Okay, consultant kata kena tunggu dulu ni. Material tak approve lagi. Tak apa dia kata. Kita boleh teruskan dulu sementara nak tunggu approval. So consultant ikut. Ataupun bila payment to consultant to directly to the client, so consultant akan bagi tahu lah, you tak boleh proceed ni. Okay, nanti I bagi you stop work order. Then contractor terpaksa lah ikut. Sebab tu lah dia perlunya ada payment directly. So consultant tak takut lah. Okay, biasanya macam tu lah. Okay, merit is advantageous and demerit is disadvantageous lah. Okay, untuk traditional contract, owner has more responsibility as to coordinate and check on the project. Okay, when there is design and supervision problem, owner has to investigate. Okay, inilah dia kena tengok siapa punya masalah tu. Okay, from who. Then there are risks in claim against owner in design fault. Okay, kontraktor akan claim sebalik semula. Kalau ada design fault, dia kena rehab balik, dia kena rework balik kan, dia kena buka concrete dia balik ke, so dia akan claim balik lah the fee. Okay, the project may finish late sebab dia kena deal dengan banyak orang. Okay, untuk turnkey, owner control lesser on the design and specification of the project, so dia akan terus go to the contractor. Contractor will charge more than actual consultant fee in line with the additional responsibility and risk. Okay, ni yang kalau contractor bayar direct to the consultant. Okay, dia boleh jadi isu tu lah. Kalau tak, client bayar direct to consultant, so tak adalah isu consultant fee tu. Okay, then we have tendering system. So tendering system kita ada 3. Okay, open tender, close, and also negotiate tender. So tendering is the separate function that used to estimate of cost as a basis upon which the final price is determined and submitted to the client for approval lah. Okay, yang ni masa nak open tender ke, nak start tendering. Okay, so client akan pilih sama ada dia nak buat open tender, close tender atau negotiate tender. Okay, based on what dia boleh decide dia nak guna which tender. Okay, so kalau government punya project, okay, so wajib guna open tender. Okay, close tender biasanya kalau private sector, private project lah. Okay, dia boleh close tender sebab dia dah ada list of the contractor yang dia percaya yang boleh siapkan projek dia. Then dia boleh gunakan close tender. Government project you tak boleh guna close tender untuk mengelakkan salah guna kuasa lah, rasuah semua tu kan. So, tak boleh. So negotiate tender yang ni kita gunakan untuk continuing project ke. Okay, ada projek yang bermasalah ke, then kita guna negotiate tender lah. Kita nak open tender kan, so kita nak cepat dan kita terus pick contractor dan kita negotiate. Okay, dia orang akan discuss lah nego. Okay, open tender, open to all the qualified bidder. Then the sealed bid are open usually in public for scrutiny and chosen on the basis of the price and quality. So berapa best price yang contractor tu boleh bagilah. Okay, so kalau you tengok tendering, pernah tengok tendering tender document. Okay, so dalam tender document tu dia macam BQ lah. Okay, tender document ada drawing, ada BQ, masuk harga semua tu. Okay, based price kita masukkan based on the current price lah. Okay, so kita masukkan and then kita tengok total berapa. Okay, so setiap price yang kita masukkan tu kita akan tambah weightage. Contoh lah, kalau itu pernah tengok BQ kan. Okay, this is contoh description, apa benda kan. And then this is quantity, kita akan kira rate. Okay, and then price. Okay. Contoh kerja-kerja concreting. So concreting, okay. Berapa quantity, kita akan kira lah berapa concrete kita nak guna. Contoh dia, kita akan pecah-pecah lah. Okay, classroom. Quantity berapa? 30 meter cube. Okay, so quantity lah meter cube. Okay, rate berapa? So you akan cari the current rate of the concrete. Okay, and then biasanya kita akan times dengan ada weightage lah. Wastage tu kan, okay, berapa. Then ada, kita akan kira, kita akan tambah sikit lah. Okay, so that will be our macam profit, contractor punya pertambahan harga. Okay, then kita masukkan. So nanti kita dapat lah last kali total. So kita akan divide lah kerja-kerja structure, kerja-kerja architect, CNS kan, okay, building work, M&A. So kita akan pecahkan sampai kita dapat total. Okay, dan tu kita akan hantar for our tender. So klien akan tengok kita punya tender tu and dia akan scrutiny lah. Okay, tengok mana yang bersesuai. Tak semestinya paling rendah dapat and tak semestinya paling tinggi dapat. Okay, tak semestinya yang rendah dapat, yang tinggi tak dapat. Okay, biasanya dia ada cut off dia berapa. So mungkin klien dah ada lah estimate price yang dia boleh provide kan. And then kalau you bagi terlalu tinggi, sebab apa? Mungkin you punya method terlalu mahal ke, then dia tak nak. Okay, kalau rendah sebab apa? Oh, mungkin guna material yang terlalu murah ke. Okay, with low grade ke kan. So dia tak nak. Biasanya dia ambil tengah-tengah lah, which is yang apa yang logik macam tu. Dia ada software untuk scrutiny the tender. Okay. So use of an open tender may remove the moral obligation of the client to accept the lowest tender since firms are not normally vetted before tender are received. Okay. The only restriction is on the number of documents that may be available. Okay, so yang ni you kena pergi You kena attend sebelum masuk tender, you kena attend site visit. Okay, so company mana yang hantar wakil untuk site visit, then only company tu yang boleh masuk tender. Okay, boleh beli tender lah. Okay. The close tender, the bid opening is conducted in a private venue and in the presence only of the authorized personnel of the party requesting the bid lah. Okay, yang ni yang selected. Okay, mungkin dia pilih 5 orang. Okay, 5 company kan, yang dah di shortlisted kan lah based on their reputation. Sebelum-sebelum ni dia dah pernah buat this type of project, so dia boleh siapkan on time. So adalah requirement yang klien akan tengok. Okay, tapi the problem is ganging up. Okay, ganging up or cost syndicate lah. So ganging up ni diorang berpakat, all the company. Okay, contoh ada 5 company kan, so dia berpakat. Okay, so kita bagi dekat seorang. Orang ni akan bagi harga macam ni, dia letaklah harga yang memang dia akan dapat. Yang orang lain akan bagi terlalu tinggi, terlalu rendah, which is memang auto macam akan tahu disqualified lah. Okay, so dia bagi chance kat seorang tu, dan bila orang tu dapat, so dia kena share lah berapa persen dekat setiap orang yang lain. Tu macam ganging up lah. Okay, or ataupun cost syndicate, so dia nak make sure semua orang dapat kan, so dia orang berpakat kat situ macam tu. Kau ambil lah projek ni, tapi kau kena bagi kita orang seorang 5% ke 10% ke, macam tu. Then we have negotiate tender. The tender award on the basis of a direct agreement with a single contractor, okay, without going through the competitive bidding process. So directly dia dah ada selected contractor, terus bagilah. Okay, then they negotiate. So this is because of the business relationship, memang dah lama kan, kawan baik ke kan. So ataupun dia nak cepat siap kat site. Continuation of contract, state of the construction market ke, contractor specialization. So yang ni kalau private punya projek kan, tak melibatkan government, then klien boleh lah, dia dah nak terus nak bagi kat kawan dia kan. So, ataupun kontraktor tu je yang boleh buat specialize, dia ada specialize kat dalam foundation untuk that type of soil. So dia directly bagi dekat kontraktor tu. Then dia negotiate lah harga dan work to be done. Okay, contractor will price the documentation in the usual way and then be reviewed by the client QS. Since there is an absence of competition, this type of arrangement often adds about 5% to the cost of the contract. Okay, so negotiate contract should result in fewer error in pricing. Okay, it might also involve in contractor in greater participant in the project and result in more cooperation lah. And then we have tender deposit, an earnest money or sometimes called as tender deposit. Is the good faith deposit made by a buyer to underline his or her commitment to complete the deal. So tender deposit ni wang cagaran lah. Okay, so you dah beli tender, okay, you kena letak some amount kat situ, company the buyer, so that client tu ada client tu ada pastian lah with that the contractor akan return balik tender tu. Okay, so some cases dia dah beli tender, contoh dia keluarkan 5 tender, tapi on the cut off date tu dah sampai tarikh untuk hantar tu, tak ada seorang pun hantar. Semua orang tiba-tiba tak nak hantar, tarik diri. So, klien tu akan rugilah. Okay, sebab dia dah tunggu kita isi tender lama dah, 3 bulan. Okay, the duration untuk siapkan tender tu, okay, bukannya 1 ataupun 2 hari. Okay, once you dah keluarkan tender, then you kena tunggu tenderer nak hantar balik tu, contohlah nanti masa 3 bulan. So dalam masa 3 bulan tiba-tiba tak ada orang langsung hantar. So dia dah rugi masa, dia kena open tender balik, and then dia kena tunggu lagi orang hantar. So rugilah kat situ. Okay, so once you beli tender, so you kena letak sekali lah the tender deposit. Okay, so kalau you hand over the tender, then you akan dapat balik deposit. Kalau tak, then burn lah. Okay. 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 To procurement, which is on the tendering, and also procurement lah. Lagi satu. Okay, then we have types of construction contract. Okay, so this is construction contract ataupun contract application. So kalau you pernah tengok, this is sample of tender document by JKR lah. Okay, so dia memang tebal dan ada banyak jilid lah. Ni CNS, ni arkitek, ni MAE. So dia ada banyak item dalam tu, so dia memang tebal. Pernah tengok? Saya pernah tengok kalau you pernah pergi LI ke. Okay, so dalam tender document ni, so this is the item yang ada dalam tu lah. Okay, article of agreement, form of tender, letter acceptance, condition of contract sampai lagi insurance guarantee. So article agreement ni is a binding document that need to be signed by both the customer and the contractor to fulfill the promise in which there exists an offer and acceptance as agreed by both party. Okay, so ada offer and acceptance lah. One party akan offer service, okay, and client akan accept with some price. Okay, it is the obligation of the customer to make payment upon completion of the job and the liaise with the contractor on the job requirement. Okay, so article of agreement lah, tak simple pula. So yang dia macam apa, borang setuju lah. Contractor signs and also client sign. So contractor setuju untuk memberikan kerja-kerja apa, okay, apalah dia akan list down lah, okay, summarize kat situ, and client akan setuju untuk membayar berapa. Okay, so kena ada offer and acceptance. Okay, apa yang dia offer, apa yang dia accept. So contractor offer, client kena accept. Accept dengan berapa price lah, setuju. Kalau dalam Islam kita ada akad kan. Macam tu. Okay, then we have form of tender is a form required to be filled up by the contractor and signed and must be duly witnessed by a third party. So the third party will be by the consultant. Okay, form of tender ni dia akan bagi summary lah, cadangan, contoh title apa kan. Cadangan membina. Okay, lepas tu the summary of the work. CNS, berapa price dia. Okay, MNE, arkitek, okay, apa lagi, prelim work, semualah berapa total kan, and then all the party kena setuju lah tu, dia akan beritahu lah duration kerja tu berapa lama, duration of work. Okay, so tulis lah. Okay, contoh dia macam ni kan. Then letter of acceptance, on the tender to the successful contractor. So the issue of letter of acceptance and the tender document binds the customer and the contractor pending the execution of the contract agreement. Then we have condition of contract. So dekat Malaysia kita guna standard form of contract. So semua orang akan gunakan condition yang sama. Okay. Stipulate all the rules, specific requirement and details in the contract. So condition yang sama. So dia berbeza on the certain part according to the project lah. Okay, ada sesuatu part yang dia orang ubah lah. Tapi mostly kalau kita tengok JKR punya condition tu sama. Okay, SO tu siapa, superintendent officer siapa kan. Payment kena bayar berapa hari selepas approve. That is the condition lah. Macam ni. Condition of the contract. Okay. So sebelum sign biasanya kena baca. Kalau you buat LI nanti kan, so minta untuk baca this one. Okay, general condition define the terms under which work is to be carried out, the relationship between employer and contractor, duties of the contractor, power of the engineer, terms of payment and also etc. Then we have contract drawing. So previously chapter 4, okay, you have learned about the drawing. Kita ada beberapa types of drawing kan. So dalam tendering kita akan, dalam kontrak kita akan masukkan contract drawing. Kalau dalam tender kita akan masukkan tender drawing. So tender drawing keluar dulu, you untuk kira quantity. And then contract drawing akan duduk dalam dokumen kontrak. Okay. Normally dia samalah contract drawing dengan construction drawing. Tapi bila you nak guna dekat site, you kena make sure drawing tu ada chart construction drawing. Okay, so contract drawing ni duduk dia dalam dokumen tu. Okay, so kita tak mau masuk site lah. So then we have BQ, quantity figure and price. The bill should be priced so as to represent a reasonable amount in the document tender. Okay, so BQ dia lebih details. Okay, setiap kerja yang kita nak buat kita akan tulis dalam BQ. Okay, so setiap benda yang kita buat tu ada harga dia. Okay, even though material delivery kat site pun akan ada harga lah berapa. Okay, install formwork, you buat formwork, okay, size apa, okay, harga berapa. Buat Lincoln, okay, Lincoln grade 30 contoh ataupun grade 25, berapa meter cube, so harga dia berapa. Okay, so BQ kita akan buat daripada kita punya specification lah, okay, job scope. So apa kerja yang kita nak buat kat site tu, you boleh refer daripada BQ. Okay, dia dah pecah-pecahkan semua tu. Okay, specification describe the details of the work to be executed under the contract, the nature and quality of material to be used. Okay, it may specify the method to be adopted and any special responsibility to be borne by the contractor. Okay, so selain drawing, so you kena pandai, you kena tahu macam mana nak baca spec juga lah, panggil spec specification. Okay, like satu kita ada method statement juga. So method statement dia ni macam prosedur lah. Macam mana you buat prosedur, macam mana you buat lab report, that one is macam samalah dengan macam method statement. Okay, apa material apa kita nak guna, prosedur step 1 buat apa, step 2 kena buat apa kan, that is method statement. Okay, specification, so we have standard specification for building work. Okay, so you Google. The latest one ada, saya tak perasan tahun berapa. Okay, the purpose of a civil engineering specification is to instruct the contractor precisely regarding their construction method, okay, that he may or may not allow to use, the work that he has to carry out, the types and quality of material and workmanship. So kalau you jadi resident engineer kan, you jadi RE, you kena khatam the standard specification ni, because you are going to inspect the work at site. So you kena make sure kerja-kerja kat site tu ikut specification ni. Okay, so you boleh carilah the specification. Okay, so specification ada dua, on method and also performance. Okay, method ni maksudnya dia dah describe precisely the procedure macam kita buat macam kita buat lab report kan, kita letak first step buat apa, second sampai kita dapat result. Kalau performance specification, so doesn't matter the procedure as long as you achieve the result. Contoh, dia nak konkret lah. Okay, dia tahu guna konkret grade 30. So either you nak bancuh sendiri, manually pakai mixer tu ke, ataupun you nak order daripada benching plan, daripada lori tuang ke, doesn't matter as long as konkret tu grade 30. Okay, so that is the difference lah between the method and performance specification. Okay. Then we have yang bank guarantee ataupun performance bond, which is the 5% of the contract price and shall be valid until the certificate of practical completion is issued. Then the issue the guarantee pun sama lah macam yang kita dah discuss previously. Okay, so then we have construction contract. So there are many methods of awarding a contract. So contract yang ni price based and cost based, this is on the payment term lah. Okay, payment to be paid lah. Yang contract yang tadi yang kita belajar procurement before ni, traditional and design build, That is a project delivery system. Macam mana kita nak deliver our project. Dekat start kan, siapa yang nak kena uruskan semua tu. Okay, yang ini, this one is contract on the payment. Okay, macam mana bayaran kepada contractor ataupun consultant tu dilakukan. So sama ada by price based system ataupun cost based. So price based, dia kita based on the material atau method satu-satu lah price untuk satu-satu item dalam construction. Kalau cost based, dia based on the total cost of the project. Okay, so dia tak tengok sikit-sikit lah, dia tak tengok berapa material, dia tahu total cost. So this is payment to the contractor lah biasanya. Okay, so kalau price based, kita ada lump sum, schedule of rate and also BQ. Okay, so price based, lump sum. So lump sum ni, as you all know, dia bagi terus. Okay, contoh, kita nak buat rumah lah. Biasanya small work ataupun kecil-kecil kan. Contoh nak buat rumah sebiji kan. Okay, so kita terus lump sum sama ada satu rumah ni. Okay, satu rumah 20,000. Contoh kan nak buat rumah 20,000 boleh tak net 200,000 lah. 200,000, so you dapat satu rumah 3 bilik tidur, 2 toilet and 1 dapur. Okay, untuk itu. It can be lump sum for the satu benda. Ataupun dia nak lump sum, okay, rumah, okay. Substructure, okay, 10,000. So superstructure, 10,000. Okay, dia pecah-pecah tapi dia lump sum lah. Dia tak per item. Okay, so the contract price is a fixed. Okay, quoted by the contractor for the entire work as specified in the contract document. So yang ni biasanya contractor boleh bagi lump sum price. Dia dah biasa buat benda tu. Dia dah biasa buat projek tu. Contoh dia dah buat rumah kan. So dia dah ada design dah. Rumah ni terus harga 200,000. Okay, rumah besar ni sikit 150,000 contoh kan. Dia dah ada standard lah. Then you pilih, dia tengok bajet dia ada berapa. So dapat. Okay, that is lump sum lah. So no individual rate are quoted for each item of work. So you tak boleh claim dia dah buat filing kan. Tiba-tiba you rasa macam tak nak lah bayar lagi ataupun you nak tahu harga filing dia berapa. So dia tak akan mention lah. Okay. So kalau lump sum sama ada you bayar selepuk ataupun you bayar the whole price terus bila kerja dah siap, which is jarang lah berlaku macam tu kan. So by progress, biasanya kita by progress lah. Okay, siap filing ataupun siap substructure kan, dah siap kan. So nanti kontraktor akan minta 10,000 dulu. Okay, itu biasalah kalau lump sum kan. Ataupun dia dah state lah masa dalam kontrak tu. Okay, bila progress dah siap 10%. 10% tu apa yang dah siap, dan you need to bayar 10% 10,000 dulu. Okay, biasa kontraktor dia perlukan rolling kan. Daripada duit yang terbayar tu dia akan rolling lah buat beli semua tu. Okay, so dia tak boleh tunggu you siap baru you bayar terus 200,000. Tak. Okay, semuanya dia boleh bagi price tu je lah. And then, dia akan by stages lah. There is no provision to vary the contract price even if the actual work executed differ in quantity. Okay, so kalau perubahan harga pun dia tak boleh nak claim tau. Okay. So contoh masa kontrak dah 200,000, dia tiba-tiba macam sekarang kan, harga material naik, besi naik, simen naik, okay. And then bila dia nak beli, so dia quote kat you sign contract before PKP. So PKP tak ada jalan kerja kan. So lepas PKP nak sama barang semua naik. So dia tak boleh claim kat you, you kena tambah lagi 10,000 lah sebab barang naik. Tak boleh. Okay, sebab dia tak quote by price. So dia tak boleh lah nak claim. Yang tu by budi bicara lah. Okay, biasanya. Sebab dia tak kata pun 200,000 dia cover material apa. I mean price untuk simen berapa, price untuk besi berapa. So dia akan jadi kerugian tu sama ada ditanggung oleh klien ataupun kontraktor. Okay, so kalau harga naik, so kontraktor rugilah. So klien dia untung lah kan. Okay, so mungkin ataupun bila setiap projek tu sebenarnya kontraktor tu dia siapkan dengan harga RM150,000 tapi klien ataupun owner rumah bayar kat dia RM200,000. So dia untung lah RM50,000. So yang tu kita tak boleh nak claim lah sebab tak specified. That is the disadvantages of apa lump sum contract. Okay, kalau ada perubahan ni lah. So the advantages dia biasa kalau benda yang dah biasa buat lah. Contohnya macam paling senang buat rumah kan. Kalau kat kampung ke dia buat rumah, dia memang kena lump sum terus lah. Okay, dia tak detail. Okay, some payments are made in stages as identified in agreement form lah. Okay, bayar by stages. No physical measurement need to be taken. Okay, tengok je, oh dah naik column, then bayar. Okay, oh dah naik butter, okay, bayar lagi 10%. Bayar by stages lah. So the disadvantage tadi lah, kalau ada changes in plan, the value of changes should be negotiated with the contractor. So dia budi bicara dua-dua lah. Okay, dia negotiate sama ada klien nak tambah ataupun tak. Okay. Tapi kalau bila ada perubahan harga yang banyak, kalau kontraktor tu rasa dia rugi nanti, sama berkentu jadi kontraktor lari, dia tak tiba-tiba hilang kan. Dia kata dia tak boleh nak proceed lah, harga barang semua naik, hilang. So rugilah dekat klien yang dah bayar ni kan, kerja tak siap. Okay, so then we have schedule of rate. Schedule of rate ni, tender is issued with document having the schedule of item. So prepare for particular contract where he is required to enter the unit price or rate for each item. Okay, kita masukkan rate for each item. Tapi quantity tu kita tak directly lah. Kita by percentage macam ni. So dalam BQ, okay, schedule of rate dia tak ada quantity. You tak kira quantity. Okay, you letak unit berapa, rate. Okay, percentage of quantity tu dalam percentage kita agak-agak. Okay. So kalau yang ni, okay, so the contract price determined by sum up the amount obtained by multiply the respective rate and actual quantity of each item work to be executed. So dia by percentage. So this type of contract usually for urgent work, maintenance and filing work lah, uncertain. Filing tu as uncertain work sebab kita tak tahu apa yang dalam tanah, apa yang soal tu ada. Okay, yes, kita buat SI, kan, site investigation. Okay, kita buat site investigation, kita pilih sempat lah. Mungkin tiba-tiba kat tengah tu ada big boulder kan, batu besar kat situ kan. Then going to be the uncertain lah, tiba-tiba kat tengah tu tak boleh pakai span pile ke, kena pakai bow pile ke. Dia during the construction tu, then baru we know. So the government does not prefer this method of contracting because the advantage of discount on bulk buying by the executor of work cannot be considered at the stage. Okay, advantages, dia is variation in quantity, easily accommodated. Okay, kalau lepas dah tengah construction kerja, kita nampak ada perbezaan kuantiti. Okay, berapa terlebih, okay, exactly yang dekat set lebih daripada apa yang dia quote, and then client kena bayar lagi lah. Okay, owner pay for the cost of work actually executed lah. Okay, so this one is experienced consultant may be able to accurately prepare the schedule of items. So memang perlukan the experienced consultant, okay, because to forecast the types of work and method. So save time as no quantity shall be provided. So you tak perlulah kira quantity satu-satu konkret berapa meter cube, besi berapa kg. Okay, kalau you pakai BQ, okay, so you kena kira all the material ni lah, contoh kan. Setiap, so kita kira ni based on the drawing lah. Okay, so dia akan jadi detail macam ni kalau BQ. So you akan ada banyak benda you need to calculate. Okay, air hujan, kalau you brick kan, susun bata. Okay, grid line berapa daripada drawing tu kita tengok kan, grid line berapa area dia. You kan banyak it take a longer time untuk kira benda ni. Sebab bila you beli tender kan, yang ni semua kosong. You ni kosong, 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 kosong. So ni you kena masukkan. Okay, compare dengan kalau ni, okay. You tak kira quantity, you kira by percentage lah. Kita agak-agak. Ataupun based on the experience you tengok. So BQ, tapi BQ ni, this is the most preferable. Okay. The change made in the drawing at later stage may increase or decrease the quantity of work to be done. Okay, since the price is based on the rates, variation can easily be identified and collected. Okay, perubahan harga memang senang lah nak nampak. Okay, contoh masa kod kita letak simen harga 1 beg RM15. Okay, dekat site kita beli simen 1 beg RM25. Dan nampaklah variation kat situ dan kita boleh kod terus baik berapa kilo simen kita guna. Okay. Then flexibility for owner in term of cash flow management. Okay, untuk BQ, so material on site is paid, okay, up to 90%. Okay, material sampai kat site je, brick sampai, span pile sampai, okay, then client boleh bayar terus dekat contractor, okay. Sebab bila BQ dia akan contoh tak ada kat sini. Macam contohlah mengecat kikis cat lama dari permukaan berapa. Okey, tu dia ada harga dia. Quantity masuk harga. Dah kikis cat lama daripada kayu. Kikis. Lepas tu you buat wall sealer ada. Okey, buat first first lapis cat. Okey. Okey, lepas tu buat lagi sapu 2 lapis cat. So dia ada harga. So dia detail sangat tu. Setiap kerja tu you tahu harga dia berapa. Contoh kalau lamsam dia terus dia mengecat pak dia tak berapa RM10,000. So dia tak detail kat situ. So, bila dia detail kat sini, so kita boleh tukar lah harga tu kalau ada perubahan harga ke kan. So senang kita nak kira variation. Okay, so dia detail lah. Sebab tu bila you ada BQ, so BQ tu dah boleh jadi you punya guideline macam mana kerja tu kita nak buat. Sebab dia dah ada letak size, okay. Apa benda semua lah dalam tu. So the disadvantages, you need to supervise to ensure the quality of work. So masa you create the description of work tu kan, masa tulis tu you kena tahulah flow of the work macam mana nak buat. Okay, and then time consuming for BQ. Okay, nak create the BQ tu, nak create yang this one ni description ni. So it take longer time lah, okay. Sebab dia sangat precise. Okay. Then time for consuming for tender analysis pun lama. Okay, orang dah masuk and then nak analyse pun nak tengok kat mana harga dia mahal, kat mana yang dia murah, material dia murah ke apa ke, so take time. Okay, and also the planning and the execution. So the difference between lump sum contract and BQ contract. Okay, lump sum, the detail price of each item is not quoted. Okay, so BQ detail price of each item is good lah. Okay. Lump sum is high risk on the variation. Sebab kita tak tahu exactly material tu berapa harga dia. So tiba-tiba material naik harga, then you tak boleh claim. Client tak boleh claim. Compare dengan BQ, kita tahu simen tu berapa dia letak harga masa tender. Okay, tiba-tiba kat start simen naik harga berapa. So kita tahu perbezaan dia. So kita boleh bayar the variation to the different. Okay. Then the different material schedule of rate contract and also BQ. Okay. Dan ni boleh baca lah. Okay, yang tadi is by price contract Okay, price contract. Okay, and then by cost reimbursement contract. So this is payment to the contractor kalau in term of cost lah. So cost plus percentage of cost contract, ada 3. Cost plus fee and cost plus fluctuating fee contract. Okay, cost plus percentage of cost contract. So the contractor in this form of contract charge an agreed fee in terms of percentage of the cost of the actual executed lah. Okay, so the percentage varies from 5% to 20%. Contoh UTM Student, the project 50% margin was awarded. Okay, cost plus percentage. So fee to the contractor, ataupun berapa kita bayar kat contractor. Okay, cost of the project plus percentage of cost contract. Contoh, dia agree lah bayar 15% kan. 15% daripada cost project. Okay. So sebenarnya yang ni lah kontraktor punya untung. Patutlah. Okay. Kontraktor punya untung ke ataupun dia punya fee lah. Yang ni lah. Okay. Margin dia 15%. Okay. So cost of project klien akan bayar and then dia akan tambah dengan 5% daripada cost of project. Okay. Since the entire cost is to be charged to the employer, there is a less likelihood of negligence on quality of materials, construction and the supervision. Okay, so kontraktor akan gunalah material yang paling terbaik ke kan? Okay, sebab the cost will be go to the client. Okay, when there is uncertainty in the cases of work to be executed, okay, the form of contract may be suitable. The owner gain great flexibility to involve in the project effectively. Okay, sebab owner control the cost. So there is no incentive to complete the work as quickly as possible. Okay, sebab kontraktor dah tahu dah. Okay, dia siap awal cepat ke lambat tu fee dia 15% juga. Sama tak? Unless dia siapkan cepat, dia dapat 15%, then dia buat next project lah. Macam tu. Lepas tu dia boleh jadi increase his profit by increasing the contract price. So dia gunalah material paling mahal, expensive material. Okay, poor control and supervision kan. Contoh poor control and supervision. Buat salah, rehack. Lepas tu kena re-concrete balik, cost bertambah. So dia buat something untuk nampak ada pertambahan cost. So that bila cost bertambah, so profit dia pun bertambah. Okay, and this is the disadvantages lah. Okay, the maximum repetitive utilization of formwork was avoided by destroy or burning the twice use of formwork. Okay, dia guna formwork tu 2 kali je, lepas tu dia bakar and then dia beli kayu baru. Okay, dia buat formwork lagi. Okay, biasa dekat site, kontraktor akan gunakan formwork tu sampai kayu tu kalau dia tengok nak penuh lah, paku-paku lah, berlubang semua kan. Kalau kita tengok pun kita nak buang, nak bakar, tapi kontraktor akan kata, oh sayang ni boleh guna lagi. Sebab dia nak reduce cost untuk beli kayu formwork. Okay, tapi kalau dia gunakan this type of contract, so tak apa, dia guna 2-3 kali, dia buang, lepas dia beli lain. Contoh lah, so dia buat wastage banyak. Okay, and then cost plus fee charged by the contractor is an agreed predetermined lump sum and it does not fluctuate with the cost of the work executed. So, ini cost project, okay, plus fee lah. Okay, contoh 500,000. So, cost dia bertambah ke, berkurang ke. So, fee untuk kontraktor remain 500,000. Okay. So, the fee may have been negotiated on a percentage basis on anticipated cost of work that has been executed. Okay, the contractor is not inclined to push up the cost of work as his profit from the undertaken job is already fixed. So dia tak payahlah nak tambah cost tu kan. So dia buat semester je. Okay, unless dia siap awal lah, accelerate early finish so that the contractor could earn his fee as early as possible. Okay, the disadvantages, contractor may neglect the correct procedure to expedite the work. Dia nak siap cepat, dia redah je semua, okay, dia dapat duit dia, then the end macam tu. Okay. Okay, the third one is cost plus fluctuating fee. Okay, yang ni cost of the project plus fluctuating fee lah. Okay, fluctuating fee tu sama ada naik ataupun turun. Kalau contoh kalau cost dia menaik, so fee akan berkurang. Fee tu contractor. Okay, kalau cost dia berkurang ataupun cost of the project reduce ataupun remain lah kan. So fee of the contractor akan naik.